Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Cam, I have to say, I don't like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. I got to tell you, I like Baker. Okay, I think Baker's going to have a better year than people give him credit for, but I really like the Vikings in this game. First off, they're at home, one of the best stadiums in all of sports. I'd say probably top 5 and definitely top 3 in football. But that's neither here nor there. There's no Dalvin Cook. There's going to be people on this team because of it. I'm not really worried about that. I think the biggest, acquisition for them that kind of defeats that is getting rid of Ed Donatel, the former defensive coordinator, and going out and getting Brian Flores. I think that defense is now going to be chomping at the bit. I think they are going to have some level of ferocity that we haven't seen, and I think they're going to be successful this year, get Kirk Cousins a little bit more opportunities to throw the rock, and I think, Alexander Madison, I think, is a solid running back. He's not amazing, but he doesn't have to be amazing, and when you went out and got Addison, I think, Jordan Addison with, Justin Jefferson is already one of the best, if not the actual best wide receiver in football. And he's only 23, 24 years old. You get Addison now, it's going to be crazy over there, with what Kirk Cousins is working out with. And now they just signed TJ Hawkinson to a record setting deal. There's a lot to play with. So it's time for Captain Kirk. A lot of people are on his side now following the quarterback Netflix special. So we'll see. He's got a lot of fans. They got a lot of weapons. I know Dalvin's out. Doesn't mean that they're out for the count. So I got the Vikings in this one, 31-17.
Went by two TDs on this one. I don't think it's going to be a really close one. Thankfully, they're playing in Minnesota. Like I said, that great stadium is fabulous. Looks like a Viking ship. Thankfully, they're not playing in Tampa, Jake, because I would maybe go a little bit different if they were playing in Tampa because of the heat. That heat, it's September, right? And it's probably 95, maybe 110, maybe 105 with humidity. So I would call it maybe a different game, maybe one score game difference, maybe a 3-point game. But I'm going to go 2. It's going to be cool in there. It's going to be nice out in Minnesota. You talked about Captain Kirk, Jake, watching quarterback on Netflix. I think I talked about it. My buddy from Michigan State, he was my best man at my wedding, Andre Sims, played at Michigan State with Kirk, and he said, I'll run through the wall for Kirk. And so seeing Kirk, I'm like, okay, I'm a fan as well. So I like the Vikings running the show there. Then you just talked about the coaching staff, Jake. Talked about the coaching staff at the Vikings. They have an excellent coaching staff. And at the end of the day, Kevin O'Connell, Brian Flores, that's a monster in itself. So I do think that this Vikings team is going to get the better half of the Buccaneers. And you talked about Baker Mayfield stepping into this position. Let's see what you're going to do, young man, right? You talk about failing fast for Anthony Richardson. I think Baker's going to have to fail fast here because it's a new team, a new vibe. He's found some success at the Rams a little bit, right, when he first stepped into the field, but he's going to have to fail fast here at the Buccaneers. So I'm excited to see how he does there, right? Kyle Trask probably going to be looking at the bit, to get into that football game. So we'll see what he does there. It's good to see that Sean Tucker, right, is a backup running back for the Buccaneers.
That's your guy.
That's my guy, Jake. That's my guy. So it's good to see him there, and hopefully he finds some run on the team. And then you talk about the Buccaneers defense, Devin White, Levante David, Jake, one of my favorite linebacker tandems in the league, I would say. Close to 49ers have a dang good linebacker tandem as well. So, but this group is strong. They've been to the Super Bowl before. So I would like to see Devin White get back to where he was that Super Bowl year, Jake. I'm going to call my sleeper in this game, Levante I want to say trusty Dusty. He's not Dusty, but our guy that's tried and true has been at the Buccaneers, and I would hope would be a Hall of Famer at some point. But Levante David, I think, is going to show up and show out for this team. He has to, because I think they're going to be on the field a long time. I think Baker Mayfield's going to have a couple 3-and-outs, and I think that defense is going to have to hold the Buccaneers down. Carlton Davis is going to have his hands super full this week. So, but I have the Vikings, Jake, up by 2 touchdowns this game.
So my guy Bobby Stanley, call him Prop Holiday. He's really good with all the betting and whatnot. I'm gonna take a play out of his playbook here. My sleeper is Johnny Munt. I think he sees the end zone. Kevin O'Connell called him the best number 3 tight end in all of football. So, well, I think that's somebody that's going to use. And I don't know if you saw the viral clip going around when he just schooled Buda Baker. I mean, that's an all-pro safety right there. I think Munt gets in the end zone. But yeah, I have the Vikings winning that.